You need to see this before tomorrow. Chosen ones. This could determine the trajectory of your entire 2026. We are standing at the precipice of the single most potent energetic gateway of the entire year, the final new moon portal of 2025, taking place specifically between December 23rd and December 24th. Most of the world will sleep through this. They will wake up tomorrow feeling groggy, confused, and burdened by a heaviness they cannot explain, completely unaware that the cosmic door they were waiting for has just slammed shut. But you are here. You are part of the 0.01% of chosen ones who have been waking up with a racing heart, seeing repeating numbers, and feeling an undeniable electrical hum in the air that no one else seems to notice. Listen closely, because the new moon portal is still open, but the window to enter your 2025 awakening timeline is closing faster than you realize. Let's establish exactly what is happening right now, because the reality is far more intense than the expectations set by mainstream astrology. The common belief is that a new moon is simply a time for setting intentions, a quiet moment of new beginnings where you write down a wish list and light a candle. That is the 3D understanding. That is the surface-level expectation. The reality, which beats that expectation by light years, is that this specific new moon on December 23rd and 24th acts as a 0-point fracture in the space-time continuum. We are not just ending a month, we are ending a 12-month cycle of intense karmic purging, and this moon is the final checkpoint. It is a vacuum. It is a cosmic void. It does not just start things, it collapses the timelines that are no longer viable for your ascension. If you have felt like you are walking through mud for the last 3 weeks, if you have felt like everything you try to build is crumbling or stalling, that is not failure. That is the suction of the portal clearing the debris before the blast doors open. You are not losing your mind, you are losing the timeline that would have kept you small in 2026. I need you to understand the gravity of these next 24 to 48 hours. The universe operates on frequency, and right now, the frequency is shifting from the chaotic, dismantling energy of late 2025 into the crystalline, manifestation-heavy energy of early 2026. This new moon is the bridge. If you do not cross it consciously, you inadvertently agree to carry your 2025 baggage, the heartbreak, the financial stagnation, the self-doubt, into the new cycle. This is why the 0.01% are feeling this so intensely. You are the cycle breakers. You are the ones chosen to anchor this new frequency for your bloodline. The symptoms you are feeling, the ringing in the ears, the sudden waves of nausea, the intense vivid dreams where you are visiting places that feel more real than this reality. These are not random biological glitches. These are integration symptoms. Your physical vessel is trying to upgrade its operating system to handle the download that is currently pouring through this lunar gate. To ignore these signs now is to reject the upgrade. To ignore this video is to walk past the open door and wonder why you are locked out of your own destiny next month. We have to talk about the dark night of the soul that many of you have been experiencing since the beginning of December. The psychology of this portal is ruthless but benevolent. It brings up everything that is untrue so that you can look it in the eye and dissolve it. You might have found yourself suddenly remembering painful memories from 10 years ago that you thought you had healed. You might have had sudden conflicts with family members or partners that seem to arise out of thin air. This is the compression phase of the portal. Before a star collapses into a black hole or expands into a supernova, there is compression. You are being squeezed. The universe is squeezing the old programming out of your DNA. The new moon in Capricorn, occurring at this pivotal late degree point in December 2025, is demanding mastery. It is asking you, are you actually ready for the abundance you say you want, or are you just addicted to the struggle of wanting it? The 0.01% are the ones who are ready to answer that question. The fact that you are still watching proves that your spirit is already saying yes, even if your mind is afraid. Let's dive deeper into the invisible energetic mechanics of what occurs during this 23rd and the 24th of December window. The Sun and Moon are conjunct, meaning they are in the same sign, creating a blind spot in the sky. The night is dark. In ancient esoteric traditions, this darkness was not feared. It was revered as the womb of creation. When there is no light reflecting off the moon, the interference pattern of the astral realm is quieted. This lowers the veil between the physical world and the quantum field of infinite possibility. Right now, the distance between your thought and its manifestation is thinner than it has been all year. This is dangerous if you are undisciplined with your mind, but it is miraculous if you are conscious. This is why the warning is urgent. If you spend these 24 hours spiraling in fear, anxiety, or lack mentality, you are imprinting that vibration directly into the seed of 2026. You are planting weeds in a garden that has just been tilled. But if you can hold the frequency of trust, if you can anchor into the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you can quantum jump timelines. You can literally wake up on December 25th in a different energetic reality, where the opportunities you've been begging for suddenly start appearing in your inbox, on your phone, and in your life. The concept of the chosen ones is often misunderstood as an ego trip, but in the context of this new moon portal, it is a description of energetic responsibility. You are not chosen because you are better than others. You are chosen because you volunteered on a soul level to metabolize this dense energy. You are the transmuters. When the lunar energy hits the Earth during this window, it triggers a massive purge of the collective unconscious. Most people simply act out during this time. They get into road rage incidents. They pick fights. They sink into depression. But you feel it. You recognize it. And you have the power to clear it. This puts a target on your back in the spiritual realm. You might feel like you are under attack, or like you are carrying the weight of the world. That is because, in a way, you are. But this new moon is your moment of release. It is the moment you lay that burden down. You are not required to carry the karma of your ancestors into 2026. This is the cutoff point. This is the line in the sand. As we move through the layers of this portal, you must pay attention to the sacred echo. This is a phenomenon that happens when a portal is about to close. You will start to see synchronicities that feel personal, almost like the universe is winking at you. Maybe you look at the clock and it's exactly 11:11, 2:22 or 4:44. Maybe you hear a song that was playing during a pivotal moment in your childhood. Maybe you scroll past a post that answers a question you just thought in your head 5 seconds ago. These are not coincidences. These are click confirmations from the universe. They are feedback loops telling you that you are online. You are connected, and the upload is working. The matrix is glitching in your favor. If you are seeing these signs, it means your frequency is high enough to perceive the math of the universe. Do not brush them off. Acknowledge them. Every time you acknowledge a synchronicity, you strengthen the signal. You tell the universe, I hear you, keep talking. This brings us to the first critical action you must take to align with this energy. It involves the power of declaration. The throat chakra is the portal of creation within the body. What you speak during a new moon takes root, but what you write becomes law. The energy of Capricorn, which governs this specific December portal, loves structure, legacy, and tangible reality. It does not care for vague wishes. It wants architectural plans for your life. Later in this video, I am going to give you the exact scripting protocol for this night. But right now, we need to anchor your energy in the present moment. We need to signal to the hive mind of this community, and to the universe itself, that you are awake and ready to receive. If you are feeling the intensity of this shift, if you are tired of the old timeline and ready to step into your power, I want you to pause for a microsecond and cement your intent. This is your first act of co-creation. By physically typing this out, you are moving energy from the mental plane into the physical plane. I want you to go to the comments section right now and type, I enter the 2026 timeline now. 12:24. Do this now. Type I enter the 2026 timeline now. 1224. Do not just think it. Type it. Let this be your digital signature on the cosmic contract. By doing this, you are telling your subconscious mind and the algorithms of the universe that you are one of the 0.01% who is conscious during this shift. You are locking in the coordinates. Now that you have anchored your intention, we need to discuss the physiological symptoms of this ascension flu that many of you are suffering from. Because misinterpreting these signs can actually block the download. The new moon energy affects the water in your body, just as it affects the tides of the ocean. You are 70% water. When the moon is in this void phase, the gravitational pull on your cellular water shifts. This can cause severe dehydration, headaches, and a feeling of floating or dizziness. But on a spiritual level, water holds memory. Your cells are literally trying to flush out old emotional memories to make space for the new light codes entering the planet. If you have been feeling exhausted, I mean bone-deep exhaustion where sleep doesn't help, that is because you are doing massive work in the astral realm while you sleep. You are attending night school. Your soul is traveling to the higher dimensions to review the contracts you made for 2025 and rewrite them for 2026. This takes a massive toll on the physical body. You might also be experiencing heart palpitations or fluttering in the chest. This is the heart chakra activation. The portal is blasting open the heart center because the frequency of the new earth, the 5D reality we are moving into, is heart-centered, not mind-centered. The old world was built on logic, competition, and fear. The new timeline is built on resonance, collaboration, and love. If your heart chakra is blocked by old grief or resentment, this energy feels like anxiety. It feels like panic. But it's not panic, it's pressure. It is the pressure of love trying to break through the walls you built to protect yourself. This new moon is asking you to lower the drawbridge. It is asking you to be brave enough to feel everything you have been suppressing for the last 12 months. Another major sign that you are in the 0.01% of sensitive souls is the ear ringing phenomenon. We call this the download tone. It often happens in the right ear. It is a high-pitched frequency that comes out of nowhere. This is literally information being encoded into your energy field. It is not tinnitus, though always check with a doctor for medical issues. In the spiritual context, this is your higher self dialing in. When you hear this, stop what you are doing. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, ask, what do I need to know? You might not get an answer immediately in words. You might get a feeling, an image, or a sudden knowing later in the day. This is telepathy training. You are being taught how to communicate beyond language. This new moon portal is amplifying these abilities. If you ignore them, the volume goes down. If you tune in, the clarity goes up. The danger of this specific window, December 23rd to 24th, lies in the void state. Because the moon is invisible, the shadow self is highly visible. This is the expectation versus reality trap. You expect to feel holy and high vibe. The reality is, you might feel irritable, angry, and triggered. The shadow is simply the part of you that you have rejected. It is the part of you that says, I am not allowed to be angry, I am not allowed to be greedy, I am not allowed to be powerful. This new moon drags those parts out of the basement and puts them at the dinner table. It forces you to look at them. Why? Because you cannot be a master of your reality if you are a slave to your subconscious. You cannot manifest a 2026 of abundance if you are subconsciously running a program of I don't deserve it. The portal brings the I don't deserve it up to the surface so you can see it and delete it. This process is what we call the cosmic detox. Just like a physical detox makes you feel worse before you feel better, a spiritual detox creates chaos before clarity. If your life feels chaotic right now, congratulations, it's working. The structures that were built on shaky foundations are collapsing. Relationships that were draining your energy are ending. Jobs that were crushing your soul are becoming intolerable. Do not try to hold the walls up, let them fall. This new moon is the demolition crew. Let them do their job. They are clearing the lot so you can build a palace. The biggest mistake the chosen ones make is trying to save things that are destined to die. You cannot drag a dead timeline into a living future. Let it go. Release the grip. Trust that what is leaving is making space for what you have been praying for. There is a specific planetary alignment happening alongside this new moon that makes it even more potent. Pluto is active. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It is the phoenix energy. It governs the underworld, transformation, and ultimate power. Having Pluto involved in this December 23rd Mind 24 portal means the transformation is permanent. This isn't a temporary phase. The decisions you make, the habits you break, and the intentions you set during this 48-hour window are cemented in concrete. If you decide today, I am done with toxic relationships, Pluto will ensure that bridge is burned so thoroughly you can never cross it again. This is a blessing, but it requires courage. It asks you to be absolutely sure of what you want. We also have to address the timeline split. You may have heard this term thrown around in spiritual circles, but let me explain the mechanics of it. Imagine two trains leaving a station. For a while they run parallel. You can jump from one to the other, but eventually, the tracks diverge. One train goes to a reality of fear, control, and scarcity. The other train goes to a reality of sovereignty, abundance, and freedom. We are currently at the station where the tracks are diverging. The new moon is the switch. Your vibration is the ticket. You cannot be on the abundance train with a scarcity mindset. It is physically impossible. The frequencies do not match. This is why the inner work right now is so urgent. You are choosing your train for the next 12-year cycle. Yes, 12 years. Jupiter, the planet of expansion, operates on 12-year cycles. The seeds we are planting now are not just for 2026, they are for the entire era that follows. This is why the chosen ones feel such a sense of urgency. Your soul knows the stakes. Your logical mind might be saying, it's just Tuesday, but your soul is screaming, wake up, pay attention. You are being prepared for a mission. The year 2026 is going to require leaders, healers, and wayshowers who are grounded, clear, and powerful. The universe is using this new moon to strip away your insecurity so you can step into that role. You are not being punished, you are being polished. The friction you feel is the diamond being cut. As we move deeper into this script, I am going to share a specific water ritual and a dream programming technique that you must do tonight. But before we get to the how, we must solidify the why. You need to understand that your imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. During this dark moon phase, your third eye is actually more active than your physical eyes. When you close your physical eyes, you stop the input of the 3D world. This allows the 5D vision to turn on. The visions you have been having, the flash of you living in a different house, the flash of you speaking on a stage, the flash of you holding a large sum of money, those are not fantasies. Those are memories from the future. They are the timeline calling you forward. The skeptical part of your brain, the ego guard dog, will try to bark at these visions. It will say, who do you think you are? That's impossible. Be realistic. During this portal, you must put the guard dog in the crate. You must suspend your disbelief. The laws of physics as you know them are flexible in the quantum realm. Miracles are just laws of physics that we haven't discovered yet. This new moon is a miracle generator, but it requires a generator operator. That operator is you. Think about the last time you ignored a gut feeling. Think about the regret. You knew something was off, or you knew you should have taken that leap, but you listened to fear. Now think about a time you listened to your intuition, even when it made no sense, and it led to something magical. That magical feeling is alignment. We want to maximize that alignment during the December 23rd Mind 24 window. We want to make it your default state, not a lucky accident. This concludes the first phase of our download. You now understand the stakes. You understand the timeline fracture. You understand that the symptoms you are feeling, the fatigue, the ringing ears, the emotional purging, are signs of your chosen status and your body's calibration to the new frequency. You have anchored your intent with the 1224 inches code, but knowing this is only half the battle. You need the tools to navigate it. You need to know exactly how to leverage this darkness to birth your light. In the next section of this transmission, I am going to reveal the hidden astrology of this event that 99% of astrologers are missing, specifically regarding the placement of the nodes of fate. I will also walk you through the 3 things you must avoid doing at all costs in the next 24 hours, because doing them could inadvertently manifest the exact opposite of what you want. We are going to go into the specific dream work you need to do tonight to receive the lottery numbers of your life, literal and metaphorical. Stay with me. The energy is building, and we are just getting started. The portal is open. The question is, are you brave enough to walk through it? This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Chosen Ones. Warning: watch this video before the 31st of December 2025 midnight. You are not ready for this. Don't ignore these signs. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. The hidden astrology, the 3 fatal errors, and the quantum void. We are now entering the deep waters of this transmission. If you made it through the first part of this download, it confirms that your frequency is resilient enough to handle the truth of what is actually happening in the stars right now. Most people would have clicked away by now, their attention spans hijacked by the lower dimensional distractions of the Matrix. But you are still here. This signals that your spirit is hungry for the hidden astrology that the mainstream horoscopes are terrified to tell you. You see, the fluff-filled spiritual community will tell you that this new moon in Capricorn, on December 23rd and 24th, is just about hard work and discipline. They are reading the surface-level code. They are reading the 3D manual. But I am going to read you the 5D schematics. And specifically, we need to talk about the nodes of fate and how they are creating a karmic knot that is being untied at this exact second. This is the information that separates the awake from the asleep. Right now, the South Node, the point of karma past lives, and what we are releasing is heavily active. It is dragging behind it the accumulated weight of every mistake, every heartbreak, and every financial failure you experienced in 2025. It acts like a massive cosmic vacuum cleaner. But here is the secret mechanism. The South Node doesn't just take it tests. It tests you by dangling your old comforts in front of you one last time. This is why in these final 48 hours of the portal, you might hear from an ex-partner. You might get a job offer that looks safe, but feels dead. You might feel a sudden urge to fall back into an old addiction, whether that is sugar, scrolling, or self-pity. This is not a random occurrence. This is the South Node trap. The universe is asking, are you going to go back to what is familiar, or are you brave enough to step into the North Node? The North Node represents your destiny, your terrifyingly beautiful future, and your highest timeline. It feels uncomfortable. It feels unknown. The friction you are feeling in your gut right now is the friction of the North Node pulling you forward, while the South Node tries to claw you back. This new moon is the pair of scissors that cuts the cord, but you have to hold the scissors. This brings us to the 3 fatal errors that you must avoid at all costs during this 23rd and the 24th of December window. I cannot stress this enough. I have seen hundreds of chosen ones do all the right rituals, say all the right affirmations, and then ruin the entire download by committing one of these energetic crimes. Pay close attention. Warning number 1. Do not engage in low-frequency conflict. This sounds simple, but the Matrix is programmed to trigger you right now. You will notice that people around you, family, co-workers, random strangers in traffic, are acting erratic. They are aggressive, confused, or projecting their shadow onto you. This is because they are feeling the pressure of the portal, but lack the tools to understand it. They are essentially spiritually drowning, and in their panic, they will try to grab onto you to stay afloat. If you engage, if you argue back, if you let your blood pressure rise, you are feeding your precious energy into a dying timeline. You are creating a leak in your aura. Imagine your energy field as a bucket that you are trying to fill with the golden light of 2026 abundance. Every argument you enter today punches a hole in the bottom of that bucket. You will wake up on December 25th empty. The strategy for these 48 hours is radical non-reaction. Be a ghost. Observe but do not absorb. When someone tries to bait you, visualize a mirror in front of you. Send their energy right back to them with love, but do not let it touch your core. Warning number 2. Do not cast your pearls before swine. This is a biblical principle that is actually a law of quantum physics. During the new moon, your intentions are in a fragile embryonic state. They are seeds that have just been planted in the dark soil of the quantum void. They have not sprouted yet. If you go and tell your skeptical friend, your jealous cousin, or your unsupportive partner about the massive dreams you are manifesting for 2026, you are exposing that fragile seed to toxic radiation. Their doubt, their judgment, and even their subtle envy acts like a frost that kills the seed instantly. This is the evil eye mechanic. It isn't always malicious. Sometimes people just project their own limitations onto you. Oh, you want to start a business? In this economy, that single sentence can introduce a virus into your manifestation software. For the next 48 hours, move in silence. Your dreams are between you and the universe. Nobody else needs to know. The results will speak for themselves later. Protect your baby. Warning number 3. Do not look back. This refers to the story of Lot's wife. She was told to leave the city of destruction and not look back, but she turned around and was turned into a pillar of salt. Salt represents crystallization, being frozen in time. If you spend these holy hours of the new moon ruminating on what went wrong in 2025, replaying old arguments or mourning lost opportunities, you are looking back. You are telling the universe that your past is more interesting to you than your future. Where attention goes, energy flows. If your attention is on the past, you are literally energizing the past, keeping it alive, zombie walking it into 2026. You must have a zero-tolerance policy for nostalgia right now. If a memory comes up, bless it, thank it for the lesson, and immediately pivot your focus to what you are building. This takes mental discipline, but you are a chosen one. You have the mental strength for this. You just need to apply it. Now, let's go deeper into the void psychology. I mentioned earlier that expectation versus reality is the game we are playing. The expectation of a spiritual awakening is that it feels like floating on a cloud of bliss. The reality, especially during a Capricorn new moon, is that it feels like a construction site. It is loud, messy, and involves breaking ground. You are digging a foundation for a skyscraper. That requires heavy machinery. The void is the space between the old you dying and the new you being born. It feels empty. It feels lonely. You might look at your life right now and see nothing. No movement, no money coming in, no text back, just silence. Do not be fooled by the silence. In the quantum realm, the silence is where the waveform is collapsing into a particle. The silence is not nothing happening. The silence is everything getting ready to happen all at once. This is the calm before the quantum leap. If you panic during the void, you disturb the process. Imagine a caterpillar inside a cocoon. It literally dissolves into a soup before rearranging into a butterfly. If the caterpillar panicked halfway through and tried to put itself back together as a caterpillar, it would die. You are in the soup phase. It is uncomfortable to be soup. You don't know who you are anymore. You don't desire the things you used to desire. Your old hobbies feel boring. Your old friends feel distant. This is not depression. This is dissolution. You are dissolving the ego structure that held you in the 3D matrix. This new moon is the dark container where this alchemy happens. If you can sit in this void, in this darkness, without reaching for your phone, without reaching for a distraction, and just be with yourself, you pass the test. You signal to the universe that you trust the process of your own rebirth. We need to address the frequency specifics of the number 1224. The date itself is a code. December and the 24th day. 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 plus 4 equals 6. Ow! 3 and 6 are part of the Tesla code. 369. This is a master builder window. The energy of 3 inches is creativity, expression, and the trinity of mind, body, spirit. The energy of 6 inches is harmony, home, and earthly abundance. We are moving from the 3 to the 6. We are moving from the idea to the materialization. This is why this specific portal is so potent for financial manifestation. Capricorn is an earth sign. It rules the material plane. It rules the bank accounts, the property, the career, the reputation. This is not a drill for your finances. This is the moment to rewrite your money story. But to rewrite the story, you have to acknowledge the current chapter. This is where the 0.01% concept becomes vital. The 99.99% of the population lives in a state of reaction. They look at their bank account, see a low number, feel fear, and then attract more lack. They are in a feedback loop with their current reality. The 0.01%, you operate differently. You look at the 3D reality, acknowledge it, but you do not accept it as the final truth. You understand that the 3D is just the luck from your past thoughts. You live in the 5D reality of your imagination, where the money is already there. During this new moon, the veil is so thin that you can literally overlay your 5D imagination onto the 3D world and force the 3D to catch up. This is what we call collapsing the timeline. You are pulling the future into the present by the sheer force of your belief. I want to pause here and re-anchor our collective energy. We are building a massive egregore of power in the comments section. This is not just a comment section, it is a digital altar. By contributing to it, you are adding your spark to the fire. We are creating a beacon that the universe cannot ignore. I want you to go to the comments right now and type, "I am the cycle breaker." 777. Type, "I am the cycle breaker." 777. 777 is the number of spiritual victory. It means you have walked through the fire and come out gold. It means the luck is turning in your favor. Claim it. Do not be passive. Passive people get 3D results. Active creators get 5D miracles. Type it now. Let's move into the physiological science of this ascension. We talked about symptoms, but I want to explain the DNA activation that is occurring. Science used to believe that 90% of our DNA was junk DNA because it didn't code for proteins. Spiritualists have known for eons that this is not junk. It is quantum potential. It is the hardware for telepathy, for self-healing, for intuition. During high-energy solar and lunar events like this new moon portal, cosmic rays, gamma radiation from the galactic center, hit the Earth's atmosphere and penetrate our bodies. These high-frequency light codes interact with your junk DNA and begin to wake it up. This is why you feel body aches. Your body is literally becoming less dense and more crystalline. Carbon-based life is shifting toward crystalline-based consciousness. This crystalline restructuring affects your nervous system first. This is why you might feel like you have had 10 cups of coffee, even if you haven't touched caffeine. Or conversely, why you might feel like you've been hit by a truck. Your nervous system is the wiring of your house. The universe is trying to pump 220 volts into a house wired for 110 volts. It trips the breaker. If you feel anxiety, that is just the excess voltage. The cure is grounding. You must connect to the earth. Capricorn is an earth sign. It demands that you get your feet on the ground. Literally, if you can, go outside during this 24-hour window and stand barefoot on the soil, the grass, or even the concrete. Visualize the excess energy draining out of your feet into the earth and visualize the stable, slow, nourishing energy of the earth rising up into your body. This completes the circuit. If you cannot go outside, hold a black stone, tourmaline, obsidian, onyx. These stones hold the frequency of the earth. They act as anchors for your energetic ship while it is being tossed in the storm of the portal. Another symptom you need to be aware of is the throat chakra purge. You might find yourself coughing, having a sore throat, or losing your voice. Or you might find yourself unable to stop speaking your truth, saying things you've held back for years. This is the new moon in Capricorn, demanding integrity. Capricorn hates lies. It hates fuzziness. It wants the cold, hard truth. If you have been lying to yourself about a relationship, a job, or your own happiness, your throat chakra will act up. It is trying to expel the lie. Let it out. Write it down if you can't speak it. Burn the paper. But do not swallow the lie back down. If you swallow it now, under this Pluto influence, it will turn into poison in 2026. It will turn into resentment. It will turn into illness. Get it out. The dreams you are having right now are also a critical part of this DNA upgrade. You might be having lucid dreams where you know you are dreaming. This is a sign that your consciousness is waking up within the simulation. In these dreams, pay attention to houses. In dream psychology, a house represents the self. Are you discovering new rooms in your house? That means you are discovering new talents and abilities. Is the house under construction? That means you are rebuilding your identity. Is the house flooded? That means you are overwhelmed by emotion. Write these dreams down the second you wake up. The dream amnesia during a portal is strong because the information is so high frequency that the conscious mind struggles to hold it. Catch the tail of the dream before it slips away. These are your strategy guides for the coming year. Now let's pivot to the mechanism of manifestation during the dark moon. Many people are afraid of the dark, but you are a seed. A seed needs darkness to germinate. If you expose a seed to sunlight too early, it dries out and dies. It needs the cool, dark, moist earth to crack open. You are in the dark earth right now. This is not a time for outward action. It is not a time to launch the website, sign the contract, or make the big announcement. It is the time to gestate. It is the time to imbue the seed with the code of what it will become. This is why the scripting ritual we will discuss is done in private, often by candlelight. You are mimicking the conditions of the womb. The mistake people make is they try to force the flower before the root has grown. Capricorn energy is all about the root. It is ruled by Saturn, the planet of time, structure and karma. Saturn rewards patience. Saturn rewards the work done in the dark. If you can prove to Saturn during this new moon that you are willing to sit in the discomfort of the unknown and still hold the vision of your success, Saturn will grant you the golden ticket for 2026. Saturn is the strict father who gives the biggest inheritance to the child, who proves they are responsible. Be responsible with your energy right now. Stop leaking it. Stop wasting it on fear. Conserve it. Focus it. Direct it like a laser beam at your one true desire. What is your one true desire? Not the thing you think you should want. Not what your parents want for you. What is the thing that makes your soul tremble? Is it freedom? Is it a specific partner? Is it a creative masterpiece? This new moon wants you to get specific. I want to be rich is a weak signal. I am earning $20,000 a month through my passion for healing. Living in a sun-drenched apartment in the city, feeling safe and generous, is a strong signal. The universe responds to clarity. The algorithm of the universe works just like the YouTube algorithm. If you click on random things, it feeds you random garbage. If you search for exactly what you want, it feeds you exactly that. Your thoughts are the search bar. What are you typing into the cosmic search bar today? I need you to understand that the 0.01% are the ones who take control of the search bar. The rest of the world is on autopilot, letting the media, the news and their fear dictate their search history. You are taking the controls back. You are turning off autoplay. You are selecting your reality manually. This is what it means to be awake. It is exhausting, yes. It requires constant vigilance, yes. But the reward is a life that looks like magic to everyone else. The reward is that while everyone else is struggling in the chaos of 2026, you will be gliding in your own lane of abundance, protected, guided, and flourishing. We are approaching the core ritualistic part of this transmission. The information I am about to give you regarding the water ritual and the dream programming is ancient. It traces back to the mystery schools of Egypt and the Vedic traditions of India. It uses the principles of somatics, how sound and thought structure matter. Water is the most programmable substance on Earth. Dr. Masaru Emoto proved that water changes its molecular structure based on the words directed at it. Since the moon rules water, and you are water, you are going to use water as the medium to transfer your intention into the physical realm. This is not superstition, this is biohacking. This is spiritual technology. But before we get to the how, I need to check your vibration one more time. The energy of this video is designed to raise your frequency just by listening to it. If you have been feeling a tingling sensation in your hands or the top of your head while listening, that is the Reiki effect of this transmission. It means you are receiving the energetic transmission embedded in my voice. You are tuning in. We are about to cross the threshold into the actionable steps. But you must promise yourself one thing. You will actually do the work. Listening is passive. Doing is active. The portal does not reward passive observers. It rewards active participants. You are the magician. The wand is in your hand. I want you to affirm your readiness. Go to the comments and type, "I activate my 2026 potential," 888. Type, "I activate my 2026 potential," 888. 888 is the number of infinite abundance. The number 8 on its side is the infinity symbol. It represents the flow of energy, giving and receiving. You are opening the floodgates. Do it now. I activate my 2026 potential, 888. As we prepare to transition into the final segments of this broadcast, remember the timeline fracture we spoke of in part 1. The train is leaving the station. You have your ticket. The ticket is your vibration. The 3 fatal errors, engaging in conflict, sharing your seeds, and looking back, are the things that will cause you to miss the train. You have the map now. You know where the traps are. Now you just have to walk the path. In the next part of this video, I am going to give you the exact step-by-step instructions for the moon water scripting method that you must perform tonight. This is not the basic put a jar in the window advice you see on TikTok. This is the advanced protocol for the 0.01%. I will also reveal the dream command you must say out loud right before your head hits the pillow to ensure you wake up with the answers you need. And I'm going to share a secret mantra that activates the Jupiter energy in your chart, pulling luck to you like a magnet. Do not let your attention drift. The most important part is coming. The setup is done. The warning is delivered. Now comes the activation. Prepare your pen. Prepare your paper. Prepare your water. The ritual begins in the next section. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Watch this video before the 31st of December 2025, midnight. You are not ready for this. Don't ignore these signs. Act now or regret forever. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. The moon water protocol, the Jupiter frequency, and the hypnagogic command. We have arrived at the operational core of this transmission. If you are still listening, your soul has already signed the waiver. You have accepted that you are not just a passive observer of reality, but an active architect of it. You have accepted the responsibility of being in the 0.01% of the collective who will not merely survive 2026, but who will define it. The timeline fracture is currently active. As I speak these words, the energy of the December 23, or D/24th new moon, is reaching its zenith. The portal is wide open. The cosmic blast doors are unsealed. What you do in the next few hours matters more than what you have done in the last 10 years. We are done with the theory. We are done with the warnings. It is time to pick up the tools of creation and perform the surgery on your destiny. You might be asking, why is this specific ritual so critical right now? You must understand the physics of the zero-point field. During a new moon, the gravitational pull on the Earth is combined with the Sun's gravity. This creates a massive tidal force, not just in the oceans, but in the etheric field. It creates a suction. Whatever you place in that vacuum gets amplified 1,000 times over. Most people, unaware of this, place their fears, their anxieties, and their I'm broke stories into the vacuum. And the universe says, okay, let's amplify that. And they wake up with more debt, more stress, and more chaos. You are going to do the opposite. You are going to place a specific crystalline, high-definition blueprint of your 2026 timeline into that vacuum. And because the nodes of fate are involved, as we discussed in part 2, this blueprint becomes your destiny. Let's begin with the moon water scripting method. This is not the watered-down, Pinterest spirituality version you have seen online. This is the alchemical grade protocol. It utilizes the principles of cymatics, the study of visible sound and vibration, and the memory-holding capacity of water. Water is the only substance on Earth that can exist in 3 states simultaneously: solid, liquid, gas, just like you exist in 3 states: body, mind, spirit. Water is a trans-dimensional conductor. It records information. When you drink water that has been programmed with a specific frequency, you are literally rewriting your DNA from the inside out. You are turning your body into a broadcasting tower for that frequency. Step 1. The vessel and the clear. Tonight, under the cover of the dark moon, even if you cannot see it, the energy is there. You need a glass container. Do not use plastic. Plastic is a dead material. It blocks the flow of ions. Glass is made of sand silica, which is quartz. It acts as a crystal amplifier. Fill this glass with the purest water you can find. If you have a filter, use it. If you have spring water, use it. Holding the glass in your hands, you must first wipe the memory of the water. Water picks up the energy of the pipes it traveled through, the trucks it was shipped in, the store clerk who shelved it. It is full of static noise. To clear it, hold the glass with both hands, close your eyes and visualize a bright violet flame burning through the water. The violet flame is the highest frequency of transmutation. Visualize the water glowing white hot, and then settling into a crystal clear diamond-like stillness. Say out loud, I clear this vessel of all past programming. You are now a blank slate. Step 2. The Hado inscription. This is the secret ingredient most people miss. Dr. Masaru Emoto proved that water changes its molecular structure based on written words attached to the container. You are going to take a piece of paper and write your core 2026 theme on it. Do not write a paragraph. Write 1 or 2 power words. Sovereign wealth, divine union, radiant health, global impact. Write it in all caps. Tape this paper to the glass facing inward, so the water is looking at the words. The vibration of those words will begin to rearrange the hydrogen bonds in the water immediately. You are literally creating a liquid potion of that concept. Place this water on a windowsill or outside. Even though there is no moonlight visible, the magnetic pull of the moon is what charges it. Leave it there for at least 4 hours, or ideally overnight. Step 3. The scripting interface. While your water is charging, you are going to sit down with a pen and paper. Do not use your phone. Do not use a laptop. The connection between your hand and your brain is a neural loop that bypasses the ego filter. When you type, you can backspace. When you write ink on paper, it is permanent. It signals commitment to the subconscious. You are going to write a letter to the universe, but you are going to date it December 23, 2026. You are going to write it from the future. This is called quantum hacking. You are not asking for things to happen. You are reporting that they have already happened. Start the letter with "I am so grateful now that," and then describe your life in 2026 in vivid sensory detail. Do not say "I want a new car." Say "I am so grateful now that I am driving my black Range Rover with the tan leather seats, smelling the new car scent as I drive to my beach house." Do not say "I want more money." Say "I am so grateful now that I see $50,000 in my checking account every single month, and it feels normal, safe and easy." The key word is feeling. You must describe the emotion. "I feel relieved. I feel ecstatic. I feel peaceful." The universe does not speak English. It speaks frequency. The emotion is the frequency. The words are just the container for the emotion. Step 4. The activation breath. Once the letter is written, read it out loud 3 times. 3 is the number of manifestation Tesla code. As you read it, feel the reality of it. Then take your glass of charging water. Even if it has only been a few minutes, it has already started to absorb the energy. Hold the glass to your lips. Whisper your core theme, the words on the label, into the water 3 times. Your breath carries your prana, your life force. You are breathing life into the water. Then drink the entire glass. As you swallow, visualize the liquid turning into golden light, entering every cell of your body, rewriting your DNA to match the timeline you just described. You are physically consuming your intention. You are becoming it. There is no separation. You and the wish are one. This ritual works because it bypasses the doubt mechanism of the brain. Your brain might doubt a thought, but it cannot doubt the physical sensation of drinking water. By coupling the intention with a physical action, you trick the brain into accepting the new reality as a biological fact. This is biohacking 101 for the spiritual warrior. Now I want to address the Jupiter connection, because this is what supercharges this specific December portal. Jupiter is currently in a position that makes it a cosmic magnifier. Jupiter represents expansion, luck, higher wisdom and benevolence. When the new moon aligns with this energy, it creates a luck vortex. But luck is not random. Luck is simply preparation meeting opportunity. The ritual you just performed is the preparation. The portal is the opportunity. But to fully unlock Jupiter's gifts, you need to clear the poverty consciousness from your aura. Poverty consciousness is not just about money. It is a belief in not enoughness, not enough love, not enough time, not enough energy. This belief system clogs your nadis, the energy channels in your subtle body. If your nadis are clogged, the high-frequency energy of the new moon cannot flow through you. It hits a blockage and creates anxiety instead of abundance. To clear this, we use sound technology, specifically a Sanskrit mantra. Sanskrit is not a conversational language, it is a vibrational language. The sounds themselves have a physical effect on the atmosphere. The mantra for this specific portal is Om Shreem Brosi. Om is the sound of the universe, the primordial vibration. San Shreem is the seed sound for the moon and feminine abundance energy. It attracts. Brosi is a sound revealed by Dr. Pillai, a Tamil Siddha master, specifically designed to remove karmic scarcity. It breaks the poverty gene. I want you to chant this mantra 108 times tonight. You can do it while your water is charging. You can do it while you are showering. You can do it while you are lying in bed. Om Shreem Brosi. Om Shreem Brosi. It doesn't matter if your pronunciation is perfect. It matters that you create the sound vibration in your throat. This sound acts like a sonic laser, breaking up the calcified deposits of lack in your energy field. You might yawn while doing it. You might cry. You might get hot. These are signs that the poverty demons, the thought forms of scarcity, are leaving your body. Let them go. Do not analyze it. Just chant. I know this seems like a lot of work. The ego wants a magic pill. The ego wants to just watch a video and get rich. But you are not the ego. You are the soul. The soul knows that ritual is the language of power. The soul delights in the sacredness of this process. The 99% will scroll past this. They will say that's too weird. Or I'll do it later. and they never will. And next year they will be in the exact same place. You are the 0.01% because you are willing to do the weird thing. You are willing to be the alchemist. We are building a massive energy field right now. Every person who comments on this video adds a brick to the temple of abundance we are constructing in the ether. By declaring your receipt of this knowledge, you ground it. Go to the comments right now and type, "I received the download." 1224. Type, "I received the download." 1224. Do not skip this. Your engagement is your energetic handshake with the universe. It is you saying, "I am present, I am listening, I am ready." Now, we must discuss the hypnagogic state and the dream command. This is the final step of your night, and it is arguably the most powerful. The hypnagogic state is that groggy, floating feeling you get right before you fall asleep. In this state, your brain waves slow down from beta, awake alert, to alpha and theta meditative streaming. When you are in theta, the critical factor of your conscious mind, the part that says that's impossible, is turned off. The door to the subconscious is wide open. Whatever you drop into the mind in this state goes directly to the root directory. It becomes a command that your brain must execute. Most people use this time to worry. They lie in bed and think about their problems. They are literally programming their brain to find more problems tomorrow. You are going to do the exact opposite. You are going to use a dream command. Tonight, as you drift off, I want you to repeat a specific sentence in your mind, over and over, like a lullaby, until you lose consciousness. The sentence is this: "Show me the path of least resistance to my highest timeline." Show me the path of least resistance to my highest timeline. Why this sentence? Because path of least resistance tells the universe you want flow, not struggle. You want the doors to open easily. You want the money to come effortlessly. You want the love to be smooth. And highest timeline ensures you are not settling for a mediocre outcome. You are asking for the best possible version of your life. By asking this as you fall asleep, you give your subconscious a job to do for the next 8 hours. While you sleep, your higher self will scour the multiverse, looking for the coordinates of that timeline. When you wake up tomorrow morning, on the morning of the 24th or 25th, pay attention to your first thought. Pay attention to the first feeling. It might be an urge to call someone. It might be an idea for a video. It might be a sudden realization that you need to quit your job. Trust it. That is the answer to your command. The answer doesn't always come as a burning bush. Sometimes it comes as a quiet nudge. But because you programmed the command in the theta state, you can trust that the nudge is coming from your highest authority. This is the secret of the chosen ones. We don't just sleep, we travel. We don't just dream, we download. The night is your workshop, the bed is your cockpit. Use it. I also want to warn you about the resistance that will try to stop you from doing these rituals. As soon as this video ends, your phone will ping. Your stomach will growl. You will remember a chore you forgot to do. You will feel a sudden wave of "this is silly, I'm tired." Recognize this for what it is. This is the parasitic matrix trying to defend itself. The matrix wants you asleep. It wants you predictable. It wants you to be a consumer, not a creator. When you start waking up and taking control of your reality, the matrix sends distractions to pull you back down. It's like a crab in a bucket, pulling the escaping crab back down. Do not let the distractions win. Treat this night like a sacred appointment with your destiny. If you had a meeting with a billionaire who was going to give you $1 million, you wouldn't cancel it because you were tired or wanted to watch Netflix. You have a meeting tonight with the creator of the universe. Show up, dress up in your spirit, be present. There is a deeper level to the timeline fracture that I haven't touched on yet, and it involves the 2026 prophecy. The energies coming in next year are not like 2025. 2025 was a 7 inches universal year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals sign. 9 is the number of endings. That's why this year felt like a funeral. Everything was dying. but 2026 is a 1-inch universal year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals sign 10 equals sign 1. 1 is the number of new beginnings. It is the seed. It is the initiator. We are moving from the end to the beginning. This transition point, this new moon is the 0 point between the 9 and the 1. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing. Watch this video before the 31st of December 2025. Midnight. You are not ready for this. Don't ignore these signs. Act end now or regret forever. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the spiritual energy shifts. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait.